Kamil Gadzhiev, the president of Fight Nights Global and a trusted insider close to Khabib's inner circle, recently revealed that he personally witnessed a grappling session between Khabib and Khamzat in a Dubai gym. According to Kamil, the two exchanged pleasantries, laced up, and decided to do a friendly but competitive roll, and what happened next stunned everyone in the gym. Despite Khamzat having a size advantage, Khabib submitted him from the bottom with a triangle choke. Yes, Khabib Nurmagomedov, who hasn't fought professionally in years, reportedly choked out the UFC's most feared middleweight. Kamil doubled down on his claim, saying it's this exact reason why he believes Islam Makhachev would beat Chimaev if they ever fought for real. He argued that Islam's grappling style mirrors Khabib's, suffocating, patient, and relentless, while Khamzat's game is more explosive but risk-prone. Whether it actually happened or not, this revelation has only added more fuel to the fire. Fans are now dissecting every old interview, every hint of friction, and every moment these fighters shared in the gym. The MMA world is buzzing once again, and this time it's over the rising tension between two of the sport's most dominant forces, Khamzat Chimaev and Islam Makhachev. The drama kicked off after Makhachev made a rare and surprising comment during a recent interview, saying he'd be open to fighting Khamzat someday if the conditions were right. This one line was all it took to ignite the internet. Fans immediately jumped into fantasy booking mode, wondering what this fight could mean for both men, especially given their shared cultural roots and the quiet tension that's lingered between Team Khabib and Chimaev for years. But not everyone is buying into the hype. Longtime Khabib teammate and analyst Josh Thompson poured cold water on the fire, saying flat out, even if they both wanted this fight, I don't think the UFC would let it happen. And there's a reason for that. According to Thompson, the promotion is extremely hesitant to book Chimaev in any bout that involves a risky weight cut. His previous issues making 170 are still fresh in the minds of the UFC brass, and letting him drop again, especially for a super fight against someone like Islam, that would be a major gamble. Thompson even joked that if Khamzat wants a challenge, maybe he should start looking up instead of down. In fact, he floated a wild idea: move Chimaev to light heavyweight or even heavyweight. Why? Because, as Thompson explained, many of the big guys at 205 or 265 don't have elite wrestling, and Khamzat's background in freestyle and Greco-Roman grappling could be a serious problem for them. If anyone can pull it off, it's him, he said. And while it sounds like a stretch, that concept is starting to gain traction. After all, Khamzat has bounced between divisions with ease and looks like a monster even at middleweight. But part of the reason this whole Makhachev versus Chimaev storyline is so electric is because of an old beef that never really died. Remember back in 2021 when Khamzat and Abubakar Nurmagomedov had a near brawl backstage? That wasn't just a heat of the moment thing. It came after months of trash talk and rising tension between the two camps. Punches were thrown, security had to step in, and while things eventually cooled off, it was never truly squashed. Now with Khamzat calling out Islam, fans are speculating, is this about a title shot or something deeper? Could this be a subtle dig at Team Khabib as a whole? So far, Islam has been diplomatic, but there's definitely smoke here. And if it continues, expect fireworks.
There's already been a little bit of beef between him and Abu Bakr, which is Khabib's cousin. They had the little couple fists, like some punches being thrown at each other at one of the UFC events. I think it was a UFC event. Might have been a PFL, but I think it was a UFC event. They got into it a little bit, and then I think they settled it between each other, and the conversation had been had. I'm glad. I don't think to poke fun at it. I think people are they're trying to stir it up. Let's be honest. The UFC is probably not going to let Chimaev go down to 70.
Meanwhile, over in the bantamweight division, Sean O'Malley is facing a different kind of pressure. After suffering two tough losses to current champ Merab Dvalishvili, questions about his future have only gotten louder. Would the fan favorite striker finally move up to featherweight? Not so fast. In a recent interview, Sean shut down the rumors. "I'm staying at 135 for now," he said confidently. "There's still a lot I want to prove here." While he acknowledged that weight cuts aren't getting easier, he insists they're still manageable, and he's not rushing the jump to 145 just yet. Still, the writing may be on the wall. His old rival Aljamain Sterling moved up and found success at featherweight, and with Corey Sandhagen and Merab set to collide later this year, the bantamweight landscape could shift dramatically. Should Corey win, fans could finally get the dream fight: O'Malley versus Sandhagen, a battle of range, timing, and flashy technique. But first, Corey will have to get through the human buzzsaw known as Merab, and that's easier said than done.
No, I'm good. Bantamweights, I'm still here. Still gonna, there's still big fights for me to have at bantamweight. So, 45, will it happen in the future? Yeah, probably, most likely, but we still got work to do down here at 35.
Is weight cut getting harder, or are you still good with making 135?
I mean, it's always hard to answer like how hard weight cuts are because
Right.
you feel like you're dying every single
Right.
time. Anybody that makes weight, it's like it would be easier at 45, yes, but we're still getting it done at 35, in a healthy manner. So, uh, yeah, we're good for now.
Heavyweight interim champ Tom Aspinall is tired of the talk, and he's making that crystal clear after Ciryl Gane's coach, Fernand Lopez, called him out for being a liar and claimed there were never talks about a fight. Aspinall didn't hold back. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Tom dismissed the drama entirely. "None of that matters," he said. "We're fighting in October, and that's all that counts." Aspinall also stirred the pot by questioning Gane's win over Volkov, saying he believes the judges got it wrong. But the real heat came when the topic of John Jones was brought up. Tom laughed it off and told fans to stop wasting time waiting for that fight. He made it clear Ciryl Gane is the focus, and he's promising a violent, destructive performance that'll silence any doubt about who the real champ is. "Pressure brings out the best in me," he said, and with all the trash talk flying, expect him to come in with a chip on his shoulder.
We watched Khamzat completely destroy DDP with pure grappling. Like, he couldn't even escape one time. And that's what was shocking to me, was not that DDP got taken down, it's that he could not escape. He had no tools to create any separation, not even one time around. And that is the ideal way to try to beat somebody. If you're Khamzat, that's the way you want to do it. If you give him an option to just hold you down and put you out like a cigarette butt, he's going to do it because he doesn't have to get punched. So everybody's going to take that option. It's just usually somebody can create separation. That's how good Khamzat is. But we're starting to see the trend come back around. It goes from strikers, the stuff, the takedowns, to making a striking battle. We saw that with an Adesanya era, and then it comes back around. And now we're watching Kamaru Usman take out Buckley and pin him down in the corner. We're watching a Dolidze get completely dominated by high school level wrestling, but black belt level top pressure jiu-jitsu by Hernandez. And now we just watched Khamzat use amazing grappling with the wrestling, the top pressure, and he just dominated DDP with this grappling. If you cannot stop the takedown, it's okay, but you have to be able to get up and create space. That is the next level of mixed martial arts. It's not if you get taken down, it's when. But the big question is, do you have enough jiu-jitsu to use your guard to get back to your feet, to use your side mount, to use a half guard? Do you have options to get off your back and create space? Because if you don't, the guy who can keep it there will. And he's going to make it an easy fight because he doesn't want to get punched in the face. And that's how they're all going to go. So it's fun to watch the progression of the sport come in waves. Strikers, grapplers. But right now it's the era of the grappler, especially with Khamzat in there.
From Chimaev's callouts to Islam Makhachev to rumors of Khabib choking out Khamzat and Sean O'Malley's career crossroads, this has been one of the most dramatic weeks in MMA. The sport never sleeps, and neither do the storylines. Make sure to subscribe to House of MMA for more breakdowns, behind-the-scenes drama, and everything you need to stay ahead of the curve.